Hi everyone, this is Joseph from CWXP, and I'm going to hold a workshop for you today to understand how you as an artist can play your first live performance inside our CWXP Metaverse, and also how you can create your first music NFT. After you get accepted by us to play inside our Metaverse, we send out two different handbooks for you. One that explains what to prepare before the event, how to upload all the content to our metaverse space. And the second one, explaining to you how to create a music NFT. I'm going to walk you through the two different handbooks, and then we are going to create your music NFT after that. So first of all, let's have a look at how you can actually integrate all your content into the metaverse and how you can perform inside the metaverse. Again, we welcome you. We are really happy to have you all here. It's fantastic to see so many artists applying for this concept, for playing a live show inside the metaverse. It just shows that this space is growing, and we hope we can have a great time together shaping that space. So CWXP consists of some unique features, and it's good for you to understand those features. First of all, obviously, there's the metaverse space, virtual space, that is structured into different areas. One of them is the lobby, from where you can go either to the film stage or to the music stage. In your case, you would play obviously in the music stage, and you will be shown on a screen, as you can see in the second picture on the left, and your performance will be actually pre-recorded. The goal here is to have a live performance that feels like it was played live, or that it is actually live in that moment, but you pre-recorded it in your basement or your studio or whatever beforehand. This is just the best way for us and also for you and also your fans to have the smoothest experience possible. This will help us have an event that is without any technical difficulties. Also, we will showcase you as an artist on all our channels, but also in the metaverse. And we will create like nice visuals for you as an artist to spotlight you and also integrate your story, your music, any links, but also NFTs into the metaverse space. Also, we have some interactive features like the chat function, which is really important so that you can really get into a conversation with your fans and strengthen the bond with your fans. What are the benefits of hosting a digital concert with CWXP? The main two benefits are obviously that you have a global reach inside the metaverse space. People from different areas around the world come together, chat with each other, celebrate your music. And also on the other side, you have this huge monetization opportunity as we help you to create your NFTs. And you can see if you can create new revenue streams from your music from this new technology, actually. Also, CWXP is like a big community, and we really hope that you engage as much as possible with the community, and we enable you the communication through different tools such as this chat function, as I said, but also the Discord, which is like a gathering for the community, and you can really build connections with like-minded people, artists, but also your fans. And last but not least, we can obviously say that being an early adopter in new technologies is mostly beneficial for you as an artist. And we want to encourage you to be an early adopter in that space by playing your first show in the metaverse. So what will the fan journey look like? It will be actually fairly simple for your fans. And it's also nice if you communicate to your fans how to actually use the tools. Basically, the fans will just get free access so that you have maximum exposure and that we can have as many people as possible in the space. So your live performance will be freely accessible. And also the login process is very easy, just entering the name and clicking connect actually. And we removed all the technical barriers here so that it's really easy for everyone to be inside the space. Also, there's a description at the beginning when entering the lobby on how to navigate the space and how to use the tools on their laptop. And there will be a 5-minute countdown before the start of your performance so that your fans have enough time to gather around the music stage. Also, there's time for you to interact with your fans before and after the performance, which makes it just really cool to have this connection with your fans. There are many to-dos before the event, and this is actually also the focus of this presentation. First of all, obviously, we are looking into, okay, how can you actually upload your live video? What's the process here? As I already said, your live video will be pre-recorded, and we want you to have a duration of 20 to 30 minutes. The video file specs are on the right side, and it's definitely important to send us an MP4 here. And the audio recording should be, for you as musicians, pretty natural, saying that we need a stereo recording that is properly mixed. Please upload all the information that is coming up also in the next slide, but also this live video and the form that we linked here. And there are two options. Both options of uploading the video file include that you definitely have to upload the MP4 file. But what you can do additionally is to also upload it onto YouTube. And we really appreciate that if you do, and you can set a YouTube premiere for the date and time that was assigned to you. And then we will just use the link to integrate the video into the metaverse. Here's a quick example of a live performance that is really cool. Obviously, we don't expect you to have a skyline in your background. Still, what you can see here is just the quality of the audio, and also you can get creative with visual things as much as you want. Please be aware that we strictly prohibit content that is racist, homophobic, transphobic, sexist, hateful, etc., etc. So stay kind, please. Also, this video just shows you really quickly that there's not much that is needed. It's sufficient if you have one camera. The focus really is on your performance, actually. Secondly, we need a lot of promotional content from you, including your NFTs, but also you can think of that as like a press kit. Most of you musicians are familiar with that. So what we need is just basic things like press pics, some live pics from your performances, a short press text, links to your social media, and then also links to your NFTs if you decide to create those. And we will go through the second handbook on how to create a music NFT later. As I said before, everything should be uploaded to the form that we provided here. And please also make sure to keep your gigmit profile updated. When do we need all those assets? As soon as we assign the time and date for your performance, we would need those assets at least 3 weeks before, and we would remind you of that. So exploring this metaverse space yourself is also a crucial part, because this is just also some troubleshooting on your side, like how's the experience actually working? Are there any bugs? Or how can you make your experience as smooth as possible? This is also related to the fourth part here, like the recommended hardware and software. If you explore the space beforehand, you will recognize maybe some things, and then you can make some changes before the event. So that's always a good advice. As I said, the goal here is just getting familiar with the tools so that you can interact as smoothly as possible with your audience. So make sure to go to CWXP.io, enter your name, click connect, and then you'll get to the screen that explains how to move your avatar within the space. And then just please check out all the features, click on all the links, go through all the portals, and especially check out the music stage, because this is where your magic will happen. After that, or maybe during exploring the space, you maybe recognize some difficulties. So after that, you could check, okay, what is actually the recommended hardware and software? Is there anything that I missed? The metaverse is only desktop, laptop only so far. We suggest to use Google Chrome and a stable Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection. Also, it's good to have proper graphic cards in RAM. and the latest version of your software, meaning Windows 10 and above or Mac OS 10.13 and above. If you don't fulfill all of that requirements, it doesn't mean that it won't work. Those are just guidelines that will give you the best chance to have a really smooth experience. Also, what you can do is to click on the low graphics settings, which is in the left top corner while being inside the metaverse. Make sure, as I said, to communicate all those things to your fans in some sort of way so that they don't experience difficulties during your performance. The last thing to do before your event is, of course, to do some pre-event marketing so that everyone of your fans knows, okay, there's something happening, which is really new and exciting. Here it is just very important to be as collaborative as possible. We encourage you to tag us so that we can retweet you. Please make sure to use the appropriate hashtags and also use the wording supported by your creative on Twitter and supported by creative.eu on Instagram on all your promotional posts, because this is a EU-funded project and this is really important. Of course, we want you to use your specific channels, like mostly Instagram or TikTok. On Instagram, we will also have a lot of marketing content on the gigmit side, and we will make sure to invite you as a collaborator on our posts. Besides that, we encourage you to create accounts on X and Discord if you don't have them yet. Of course, it's not obligatory, but those are the main platforms used in the NFT space, in the metaverse space, and people are connecting there. And it's way easier to connect with people within that space on those platforms. Also, we would like to host Twitter spaces from time to time where we interview different artists performing inside the metaverse. So if you're interested in that, then X is definitely something really interesting. Also on Discord, as I said before, this is like the community center, so to say. So if you want to get in touch with other artists or your fans, this is the place to be. How do you join the Discord? Here's just a quick run through how you can enter our Discord. Click on the Discord invite link and then go to start here, read all the instructions, go to the verified channel, click on verify, and assert yourself the role of a music enthusiast. Then go to the support channel, create a ticket, and then after creating the ticket, click on it, and you'll be taken to your ticket where you can then write down, hey, I am an artist, and could you please give me artist access to the CWXP Discord? After that, our team will take care of it and will open the artist channel for you. So this is a private channel where only artists can have access. During a live performance, if you want to maintain the illusion of actually playing live, then we would suggest you don't interact with your fans during the performance. You can still interact with them with your avatar shortly before and after it. And this is actually a really cool way to get to know your fans much more. We suggest you to be there at least 30 minutes before your live performance starts, so that you can interact with your people as much as possible. Make sure to guide your fans through the space. Of course, we will be there. We will moderate the space and we will tell people where to go and everything. But if you are there, that just gives you a lot of credibility and connection to your fans. So also make sure that you promote your content there and be communicative and tell them where to find everything, how to buy your NFTs and all those details. Also make them stay inside the space by promising them perks after the event. Like, for example, hey, after the event, you can ask me all the questions or whatever. Make sure that the people want to stay as long as possible in the space. Something that you can also do is like just check out different Discord servers, but also the CWXP Discord server and also Twitter, and just check, okay, how are people talking inside this space? Because language could be a little bit different from what you know. And then just for fun, can get used to the language and use it a little bit. Obviously, we encourage you to promote the event simultaneously while it's ongoing. So take screenshots and record the event so that you have enough content for during, but also after the event. So this is actually where we come to the post-event to-dos. And as I said before, make sure to exploit the content as much as possible that you made during your performance. Your experience with CWXP doesn't end after the event. Still make sure to be connected with all the people inside the Discord, be an active part inside the Discord, keep exploring the metaverse and all its different options and different platforms, and just be on track, be curious, and share your insights with your fans, not only of the performance in CWXP, but in general. I think this is like something that we all want to try to achieve with this project, is just educate people on what's possible and what not, and what could work, and if there are any downsides or advantages of this new approach. If you have any questions, reach out to me, Josef at gigmit.com. Actually, the best way to get support is to open a support ticket in the support section in Discord. We will then get back to you after you create the ticket. Also, you can get feedback from community members. You can post your questions at any time in the artist channel or in the lounge of the Discord server. So now we are heading over to the part where we will actually explain to you how you can create your first music NFT. We start right away with understanding what are the opportunities of creating a music NFT. Why should you even care about this? Primarily, it's because you can get revenues out of your NFT sales. So there are primary sales, meaning you as the creator are selling a piece of music to a collector, your fans, and are getting almost 100% of the revenue. There are also secondary sales, and you can get royalties or revenues from those sales as well. And they are mostly around 5 to 15%. So that means as soon as a fan sells that piece again, you will get a certain percentage of that sales price as well, which is actually the big deal here for NFTs. Music NFTs are a tool of marketing, not only because you can get additional reach, as you can see on the right side of the slide here, and reach out to other communities and just have more exposure on the internet, but also because NFTs are traceable, and that just helps you to detect your fans in a much better way and reach out to them and build a stronger fan-artist relationship by offering them certain perks or giving them special offers for being an early supporter of you as an artist. That also shows a lot of appreciation on the other side to them, which means that your connection to the fans will just get more and more strong. Also, there's the chance of your fans getting a stronger connection with each other, so that there's like a stronger community bond around you as an artist, because group identification is just much simpler, again, because of the traceability of the NFTs, but also of the visibility. So it often helps if you have like visually appealing NFTs, because sometimes people use them as their profile pics on social channels. And that's how people can actually easily find out who is a like-minded person. So why do NFTs actually have some value? It's because you create some artificial scarcity, so to say. And this exclusivity, again, gives your fans a feeling of being valued and having something very special in their wallet. NFTs can also be used as a crowdfunding for future projects. So you can try to sell your NFTs and, for example, tell collectors that everyone who is investing in you right now will get a piece of vinyl, for example, as soon as the album will be out. In our case, we decided to use the NFT platform Sound.xyz. There are tons of platforms out there where you can create your NFTs, and you are totally free to use any of those. In this case, we are going for Sound.xyz, as it is a music-only NFT marketplace, and it is really easy to use. Also, it's backed by good investors. That means the chances of it not staying on the internet is relatively low. It is still very vibrant despite the bad market conditions at the moment. And there are no fees when you create your NFTs on blockchains like Optimism or Base. And that means you also need no crypto money, which is really cool and makes it just super, super simple to use for beginners. Besides an account on Sound.xyz, we also need to download and install the MetaMask wallet, because this is actually your tool of interaction with platforms, and it's very widely used. This is actually the best Ethereum wallet, for blockchains that are Ethereum based. This is exactly what we need, and it is very simple to use as well. Again, why do we need the MetaMask? It's a crypto wallet. It is shown as a browser extension on the right top corner of your browser, and it is a gateway to Web3 platforms. The MetaMask is something that you need in order to sign up, to log in into platforms, but also make the transactions necessary to create your NFTs and also to store your crypto money. MetaMask, as I said, is the go-to wallet for the Ethereum network and all the blockchains that are on top of Ethereum. And this is why we rely on it. So what we want you to do is to download and set up your MetaMask. And you can see how that works on the right side by just having a look at that short video, which is actually really good in explanation. Make sure to stay safe in the space always. So in this case, double check if you're on the right website, which should be metamask.io. Please create a strong password and write down the secret recovery phrase, in best case on 2 different sheets of paper, and store them to different safe locations that you can memorize. The secret recovery phrase is actually immensely important because if you forget your password, you can still access your funds by entering that secret recovery phrase. Never under any circumstances share your password or your secret recovery phrase or your private key. There will be other companies or people who will pretend to be MetaMask and they might ask you for confidential data. Please never sign up to those links or platforms and always be aware of scams. After you created your MetaMask wallet, downloaded it, installed it, and set it up, you have to add the Optimism network to your MetaMask wallet. There are 3 options to create your NFT on Sound. The first one is to do it with Ethereum, but this would cost a lot of money in transaction fees. The second one is to use Optimism, and the third one to use Base. Both Optimism and Base network have no transaction fees included on Sound. That's why you have to add the Optimism network to your MetaMask wallet after you download it and installed it. Why do we use the Optimism network instead of Ethereum, for example? As I said, it's mainly because of the low fees, and also the transactions are way faster, and Sound is taking over the fees, the little fees that you have on Optimism. So that means 0 crypto money involved for you. Also here on the right side, there's a very simple video showing you how to add Optimism to your MetaMask. The same applies to Base. You can just use any YouTube video out there to follow the steps also if you want to add Base network and create the NFT on Base. Next step, we go to Sound.xyz and sign in with our MetaMask wallet, which I will also show afterwards for you. And then we tap on the right top corner and navigate to For Artists, fill in the required fields. Especially Instagram is a must to be verified on the platform. And then we wait for the approval by Sound.xyz via email. Also, for all that I'm saying here, either creating the NFT or also like creating the profile, etc., always make sure to check the FAQs on the website of Sound.xyz. They are actually very helpful. So here's a video on the right side on how you can create your music NFT. This video is a little bit older. There are some little changes here. It still works fine, but you can also follow the video or the workshop here, because I will also go through the process again with you in some minutes. What can you actually expect from your music NFTs? Right now, the expectations of selling a music NFT is rather low, especially if you keep the prices high. So I would suggest for now, because the market is still in a kind of like a recovering phase, so to say, from the big drop in 2022, and the sales volume and engagement on the platform is still very low. So I would advise you to have the prices for your first pieces as low as possible and set your goal more into the direction of getting first collectors instead of making a lot of money out of it. As soon as you get those first collectors, you can still think about raising the prices from time to time and see if those collectors are still interested in the pieces if you are raising the prices. CWXP obviously does not provide you any guarantee to sell your NFTs. We are promoting them together with you, and we will provide you with the tools so that you can make the most out of it. Also, think about creating Twitter and Discord, as I stressed already, and stay in contact with your community either in our Discord or through those channels on your own. And don't give up. NFTs that don't sell today, they can sell tomorrow. It sometimes could even take months until the right person comes and resonates with your piece. Obviously, there are some risks and security measures along with creating NFTs. And you should be really careful about some things. If you have questions, reach out to us, but we are not a legal consultancy, for example. If there are any particular things you want to know more in detail, then it might make sense to get a legal consultant here. Still, space is very new, so everything is a bit like an experimental phase, you could say. So everything you do has some sort of risk, but yeah, that still shouldn't keep you away from trying out new things, in my opinion. But yeah, as I said, if you feel like, okay, I'm not really sure about the legal situation with NFTs, then just talk to a legal consultant or a professional to make the right decisions here. Especially this can vary a lot between different countries. And also, as on the right side here on this slide, make sure that you own the copyright to your music. So talk to your label or to the people in charge of the copyrights if it's okay to release NFTs. So far, the situation is that you actually sell digital copies of your music. So by selling an NFT, you are not selling any copyright if you don't state so. This can change as well because the space is evolving very quickly and the legal situation is always a bit lacking behind. So stay informed, always do your own research. That's what we can advise you the most here. The market is highly volatile, the crypto market as well as the NFT market. So always consider converting those cryptocurrencies that you earned through the NFTs into more stable assets like fiat currency if you are a little bit more risk averse, and always educate yourself on the risk associated with having cryptocurrencies. Furthermore, there are some marketplace risks by using those marketplaces. Not all of the marketplaces that you can use out there really store your assets in a decentralized way, which could mean that if the platform goes down, also your assets could be gone. Here, as I said in the beginning, Sound.xyz should be a good choice, but you never know. So that makes the chance of it going or disappearing actually way, way lower. And another big thing in the NFT space is scams or phishing attacks. So please be aware of any attacks that could happen and be cautious. Don't give away any confidential data. Please never share your private keys or anything that might get them access to your wallet. Always make sure that you click on authentic URLs. Educate yourself and your team about common phishing tactics, and also consider using a hardware wallet to store your private keys securely offline. Those hardware wallets are usually around $70, so this is definitely worth an investment, and your assets are then very safe. Again, if you have any other questions, reach out to me or create a support ticket in the Discord. And we are now heading into the actual creation process of the NFT on Sound.xyz. So now we are on Sound.xyz. This is what the platform actually looks like. And we are going to start by signing into the platform. So we click on sign in, and then we use the MetaMask that we just downloaded and set up to enter the platform. Now Sound.xyz is requesting us to sign in. So we can see the URL looks fine. So that means we are actually signing into the right platform. So we just click on sign in, and it takes 1 second and you are logged into your artist account. What you can see here is your public address. That's like your public bank number. This is something that you can send to people if they want to send you some crypto money. This is not the private key. This is the public key. Don't get confused by that. Never share the private key, but you can share the public key. Also, here's our account balance. And you can also find the account balance here in the MetaMask browser extension. And you can switch between the different networks here. So usually you are connected to Ethereum because this is the most common one. But in this case, we are using Optimism, and we already added this network in the step before, as I told you in the presentation. So we go to Optimism, and now we are connected to the Optimism blockchain through the MetaMask wallet. Usually you would start by clicking on the icon here and then go to settings, and then you can provide all the necessary information to your artist profile here. And as I said, definitely include the Instagram here and then click submit. In that case, I already did that. If you submit it, then your profile will be verified by Sound.xyz. So let's start creating our first music NFT. Normally, we would go to create and upload song. And then we have this form that we can fill out. In this case, I already provided all the information so that we save some time. So I just go to artist dashboard. I go to my drafts and I see, okay, here's a draft that I completed, and I will edit it again. And we will walk through the process of uploading your content here now. So this is pretty similar to uploading your content on other platforms, your music on other platforms like Spotify. So what you actually need is just like a song file. In best case, it's in WAV format, and an artwork. Also the title of the song, pretty self-explanatory. And out of that, there's a token symbol that is created. Then just simply enter the genre and also a little bit of information or behind the music information. There's also some additional metadata that you can add. So in this case, I added the BPM of the song and where it was created. The next section are the rewards, and this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. First of all, you can provide an audio download for your fans that collected the NFT. But here you can get really creative with the value that you want to provide to your fans. So for example, you could have a reward of sending out vinyls, or in my case, I just stated, okay, if you collect this piece, you're part of the family of my community and you will get first access or special perks in the future. I didn't go too specific in that case. You can stay a little bit more general as well. That just depends on you. I click save and continue. And then we come to the credits and splits. So as it says, credits, obviously you can add your collaborators in the project here. So for example, let's say you have a mixing engineer and you want to give him like 5% of the NFT revenues, then you can just put his or her public wallet address here and add the 5%. So whenever an NFT is sold at a certain price, all the people get the percentage that were asserted here. In the next step, we will first look into the limited edition. So this is the supply that you want to provide. Like, for example, you can have multiple editions of your NFT or just one edition. That just depends on the rarity that you want to assert to your NFT. So there are two options. The first one is you can create an open edition. So this is open for a limited time, and as many people as possible can mint the NFT during that time frame, and that depicts the supply in the end. So let's say you have a time frame of 1 week and 15 people mint your NFT during that period, then the editions of your NFT are 15 in the end. Fixed editions are the other way around. So that means it's a fixed supply. In that case, I said, okay, I want to have a supply of 25 editions. But in this case, the time frame is unlimited. So people can collect as long as they want until those 25 editions are reached. You can enter a start and end date, but here there's no end date because it's a fixed edition. So I customized this and said, okay, I want to have it on the 25th of March. And also you can customize the price as you want. So here I said, okay, I want to have 0.004 ETH for every NFT as my price tag. And you can also limit the mints per wallet to a certain degree so that not one collector can collect all 25 pieces right away. So in that case, I limited to 3 editions. So everyone who is like connecting with their wallet, they have a mint limit of 3 editions. Another really cool feature that Sound offers is that you can include a pre-sale. So in that case, I wanted to reward the collectors that I already got on Sound. All my collectors are on the pre-sale allow list, as you can see here, and they are getting the piece a week before for half of the price. Then we will have a short look at the free edition feature as well. As I said, limited edition is what you should focus on. There's an additional feature here on Sound. They offer you to have additionally on top of the limited edition also a free edition that is unlimited and open forever. And people can just collect free editions, but they have no rarity at all. So they are less valuable, so to say. But still, this is a very cool feature to hold the barrier as low as possible for you to get collectors. And still you're getting a little bit of money at least, because there are always some transaction fees involved for the collectors, and you're getting part of that onto your balance. And that's pretty cool. Also, you can enable to have a Spotify pre-save here. Obviously, this just accounts for songs that are not released yet and where you have a specific release date planned. But you can just click on learn more and see how that works. Also, another feature that is pretty unique on Sound is the Golden Egg Edition. So let's say 20 people collect your piece, then there will be like a raffle, and there will be one collector being selected to win a one-on-one artwork of your single artwork. After that, make sure to read through all of that carefully, because for most of the things that you cannot make any changes anymore after it is printed on the blockchain. So please make sure that all your information is correct, and then simply click on continue to upload. Then we choose the Optimism blockchain because you want to interact with that one. And we click confirm that you fully own the rights to the release. So please make sure to contact your label if you're assigned to one, if that's okay for your label, to upload the song here. Then click on upload, and it is preparing your upload. As you can see, we are interacting again with the website Sound.xyz, and there is no fees. Normally, if there would be some fees, they would tell you here, but we can just simply sign the transaction. And then your contract, your smart contract, is being deployed. It's processing, and it should take some seconds. And boom, here it is. This is your NFT. And you can click on view a song here, or you can also just directly share it on Twitter. Let's go to your song and let's see, okay, the listening party begins in 35 days. That means this is the official launch of your NFT, where everyone can start buying it. Here's all the information to the NFT, and here will be your audience. So the collector who has the most NFTs will be called like a whale, you could say, and others will get different collector tags. And here you can see your rewards. So there's also a comment wall. So people can comment here on the audio file. This is pretty similar to SoundCloud, actually. And here you can find your free editions. So this is free for everyone to collect, and this is like forever here. And so it could be like 10,000 of people maybe in the end that collect the free edition, which is pretty cool. But here's the limited edition, which has a little bit of scarcity to it. So it's limited to 25 editions, and it has a price of 0.004 ETH. When selling your pieces, then you can go to your artist dashboard and go to My Earnings, and then you will see your balance here. And I withdrawed my money recently to the MetaMask, but actually, if some money accumulates here, you can just click on withdraw and it will directly go to your MetaMask account. That was it. I hope this presentation made you a little bit more exciting and didn't confuse you too much, because I know this is a lot of information, but still, this is very important stuff to know to be safe in the space. But we are here for you and we advise you on that. But always be aware, this is no financial advice at all, and also no legal advice. So always do your own research. This is very important. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see a lot of you in the upcoming weeks or months inside our space. Have a nice day, everyone, and bye.